Today and welcome to Weekend Edition. I'm Crystal Paco, so glad you could join us. He's leaving his fate to a jury. Jury selection kicks off on Monday for 25-year-old Joseph Sigdal, the man charged with a double homicide in Harmon this time last year. As reported, Sigdal told police he was in the Hemlani Harmon apartments area when he alleges he was hit in the face with a slingshot for unknown reasons. That's when he says he followed his attackers and shot at them multiple times. Both victims, Broky Tomaso and A.V. Marichong, died from gunshot wounds, though he's made repeated attempts to get out of jail. The court previously denied his motion to post property in lieu of the $500,000 cash bail. Defense attorney David Lujan tells KUAM he hopes trial will be done before Christmas. You've made your list and checked it twice, but before you get decked out in that holiday mayhem, here are some friendly reminders about safety, the season of giving notoriously being linked to increased crime.
I made a list. It only took me 5 minutes to jot down things on this legal pad paper that would be important to me and my family.
Former Chief of Police Paul Suba isn't talking about his Christmas shopping list. He's talking about safety, not just this holiday season, but all year long.
There's a lot to know, but it can be simplified. And it's common sense in a lot of cases.
Like planning ahead, should you be out and about at the malls.
Pre-plan your travel route. Where are you going to go? You know, what time of day or night? And I recommend a lot of times to try to go when the crowd is lesser. And if you can, do your gift shopping, try to do it prior to the rush. And usually people tend to rush after work. As often as you can, try to get a partner to go with you. 2 women together are better than one if you're going to be out there. You know, try not to go late at night again.
And opting for credit or ATM cards over carrying cash.
When a person has a purse or a bag, they have to look through the bag to find their key or to find their wallet or find things that they need. My advice is try to get a purse or a bag where you can have everything organized. Don't carry a lot of cash if you can avoid that.
If you park far, carry your car alarm or whistle within reach.
When you need assistance, you feel threatened, you blow your whistle. No harm done to anybody.
Also, don't make yourself a target. Be aware of your surroundings at all times.
In this modern age with electronics, we're busy on our cell phone. Try to take courses in self-defense. You don't need a lengthy, fancy movie-style self-defense system. Simple self-defense techniques for women, children, and even men, you know, that aren't confident enough in their ability to defend themselves. But a lot of self-defense instructors will tell you, rather than fight, there's nothing wrong with running. Self-defense courses are exceptional in teaching you the mindset, not just the move to defend yourself, because by that point, now you're in an altercation that you may or may not win, you know. Even the strong men, sometimes there's multiple assailants.
And if you're a techie, there's lots of cool, handy gadgets.
I recommend camera systems. Today there's so many varieties of camera systems. Of course, the company I work with, G4S, has camera systems that are plug and play and affordable. And to me, if you haven't gotten one, maybe now is a good time to purchase one of those for the family for safety and security at home.
And you can watch your home from your cell phone. But if that's out of battery, there's solar-powered phone chargers and lots of other gear to keep you out of the dark.
These simple light devices that can be attached to a wall, they're very bright, and they come in 2, 4-pack, and they're excellent gifts for families, whether you have a generator or not. This device is a flashlight, but you plug it into your car cigarette lighter, just like your cell phone charger and that type of thing.
Suba says it's better to be safe than sorry.
There's so many things, and it just takes a little bit of time and planning, not only for the holiday, but this has to be almost like a lifestyle of thinking what could happen, and then what could I do to address that.
calling all University of Guam alumni and advocates for higher education. Earlier this week, coinciding with Giving Tuesday, UOG launched their second annual G is for Giving campaign. Here's more. It's the season of giving, so why not give the gift of higher education?
Well, we launched on Giving Tuesday, we launched our G is for Giving campaign. G is for Giving is our campaign that goes to the end of the year. It's primarily to stimulate alumni giving.
G is for Giving is in its second year. According to UOG Endowment Foundation Executive Director Mel Mendiola, they raised $21,000 last year. This year, the goal is $25,000.
All the gifts that are made to the University of Guam are to benefit scholarships, programs, and activities. So scholarships to help bring down the cost of going to school. I think we all can identify with how expensive it is to live. And then along those lines, it's also paying for college can oftentimes be a stressor for our students. There's a lot of programs and activities that our students have to go out throughout the year and continue to fundraise. So we're helping to kind of alleviate the burden for that. For small grants for research, for small grants for travel, etc. You can designate on our website, supportuog.org, you can actually designate where you want your gift to go.
Thousands have graduated from the Manilao University. 15,000 to be exact.
We would really like to encourage our alumni to give back. So colleges across the United States have alumni giving upwards of 50%, right? And here at the University of Guam, we're still in our baby steps. We're still taking baby steps. We're still in our infancy stages to getting our alumni involved, to get them coming back and to get them giving back to the university that educated them and made them the career people that they are.
How can you get involved? Visit supportuog.org.
You can make a regularly scheduled donation. So let's say you're strapped for holiday cash and you say, I really want to donate, but I can't make a nice big gift right now. What you could do is you could sign up for $10 a month. You can also make your donation at our office located at the University of Guam at Dean Circle House number 10. And you can also give us a call if you let's say you own a business or you in your workplace you have several employees that are UOG alum and you wanted to do kind of a group giving. We could certainly do that. We have these green envelopes and we can bring some green envelopes and we can get a nice photo of you and all of your coworkers making a nice gift to the University of Guam.
Contributions are tax deductible. For more information, you can also call 735-2957. In this next story, Jonah Gancharfers has more on an upcoming event to honor and remember the lives of family members who endured the Japanese occupation of Guam during World War II.
We wanted to kind of do a little something different to commemorate the 77th anniversary of the Japanese invasion of the island. And we have this beautiful memorial wall up at Asan Bay Overlook. Some people, even residents of Guam, have said, oh, I don't even know that this is up here. So we wanted to kind of do something different and highlight this memorial area. Basically, that's what Asan Bay Overlook is.
Warren the Pacific National Historical Park will be hosting the Each Name a Life Memorial Vigil that will take place on Friday, December 7th at 5:30 p.m. at the Asan Bay Overlook in Nimitz Hill. Park Ranger Keena Lewis.
We wanted to bring to life the names that are on that wall. People go there, if they don't have a connection to it, it doesn't mean that much to them. But when you bring those names to life, then people can make like personal connections, like if they have something similar they've experienced with this person or anything, it just helps to create those kind of connections.
By doing so, Lewis says it allows us to preserve our history for generations to come. She's doing a call out, inviting the public to come and participate by sharing stories of loved ones who died or suffered as a result of the Japanese occupation of Guam during World War II.
It could be a first-hand account of a person themselves who went through the occupation or was a soldier during World War II. Or even if you have a second-hand account, like if you heard a story about your grandma from your mom or your great-grandparents or your uncle or auntie, we want to hear those stories because we want to bring those people to life and to just kind of highlight their experience.
For more information, you can call 333-4055 or 9722.
If you don't have a story, come and listen. Listen to what other people have to say and learn about this part of our history.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jonah Goncharfris.
Stay tuned, more when Weekend Edition returns.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
We value relationships because when we commit,
I love you guys until you're 80, until you're 90, until you're 100, forever.
we are in it for the long run, so you can enjoy the moments that matter. Because when we commit to relationships, we never stop caring. Calvo's Select Care, health care that is always there for you. Federal employees and annuitants enroll today.
Be merry, be bright, and make shopping all right with holiday gift cards from Chuck E. Cheese's Guam, Ruby Tuesday, and King's Restaurants. Receive special offers with every purchase for extra holiday happiness. See stores for details and have fun this season from all of us at the GFS Group.
Shell's Million Miles giveaway is back, and we're giving 100,000 United Mileage Plus miles to 10 lucky winners. So how do you make your getaway? Just use your Lucky 7 card when you fuel up with 7 gallons or more, and you're automatically entered to win. Fuel up at your nearest Shell station today and start planning your new adventure. No purchase necessary. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
Half and welcome back. Many headlines covered this week caught your eye either on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Now it's time to take a look at what you had to say.
Tuesday, November 27th was Giving Tuesday. Giving Tuesday is an internationally celebrated day of giving that kicks off the holiday season by promoting the spirit of giving. This week on Trendspotting, we review the many activities and organizations that made this Giving Tuesday one to remember. The day started off with the legislature signing a resolution officially recognizing the day as an official day of giving. KUAM staff were on hand for the event with various members of the Guam legislature at the Guam Congress building in Hagatne. As is our yearly tradition at KUAM, staff visited St. Dominic's Senior Care Home and entertained them with our angelic voices and renditions of traditional Christmas tunes. We aren't sure who had more fun, the guests or the performers. Throughout the day, various people stopped by our pop-up drive-thru outside the KUAM offices to drop off goods and supplies for the victims of Typhoon Yutu. Thanks to your generous donations, recovery for our friends in Tinian and Saipan will be just a bit easier. Most of our staff spent their lunch serving meals for the homeless at Guma San Jose. This wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for the kind donations from Kentucky Fried Chicken, McDonald's, Jamaican Grill, Pica's Cafe, Papa John's, and the Cold Stone Creamery. Thank you for all your wonderful support. We are sure that the people have both their bellies and hearts full. Giving Tuesday is about caring for all living beings, including our four-legged friends. Victorious, Mariah, and Michelle help deliver some pet food and supplies to the good folks at the Guam Animals in Need. But that's not the only way you can help them. Visit Gain in Jigo and adopt a shelter pet today. Our very own Joan Goncharfris dropped off Christmas decorations on behalf of KUAM to the Ali Shelter. The shelter provides housing for women who are victims of domestic abuse and violence. If they say you can judge the success of the future on the actions of our youth, then we'd say that we are in pretty good hands. Many schools help provide toys, canned food, medical supplies, and other items for those in need. Mount Carmel continued their yearly tradition by providing a van full of toys for the less fortunate. Otakau Elementary donated 3 SUVs full of canned goods as part of their U2 relief effort. Angel Blas's Southern High School class continued their yearly tradition by also providing many canned goods. Mrs. Manaharo's class at Upi Elementary provided a variety of toys for the Toys for Tots charity. VP Carbolito gathered supplies for Guma Gineflia's Dementia Daycare, an elderly daycare for people who are frail and diagnosed with dementia. Finnegosin Elementary School provided 363 canned goods to go directly to Kamala and Caradat. Great job, everyone.
Jason is next with your Crime Stoppers report.
If you get nervous about having dental treatment, you're not alone. An estimated 35 million adults experience anxiety or nervousness at the simple thought of visiting the dentist. As your dentist, I strive to make your visit as painless or pain-free as possible. And I frequently tell my patients that in the 21st century, if we can give you medicines to put your tooth to sleep or medicines to take an infection or toothache away, we can surely give you something to help relax you and take all fear away. No one ought to sit in a dental chair thinking of bad childhood memories or fearing injections. If you're a dental coward, but you really do want your teeth fixed, don't wait until the pain is killing you. Come in, tell us your fears, and set up an appointment. We have convinced many that dental treatment doesn't need to be scary anymore. For your helpful dental minute, I'm Dr. Kenny Bourgeois of Paradise Smiles. You shall never know all the good a simple smile can do.
This message has been brought to you by the KUAM Care Force.
Christmas Pops, the Christmas holiday pop-up market at the Guam Museum on Sunday, December 2nd from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. There's something for everyone all in one place. Check off your gift list with unique gifts from local vendors. Take family portraits and photos with Santa and characters. Check out our holiday workshops and activities for children. Treats and eats from local vendors. Sip and shop with the Holiday Cider House presented by Strongbow for adults 21 and over. Plus special giveaways every hour for patrons who purchase our commemorative shopping tote benefiting the Care Force Holiday Toy Drive. Don't miss Christmas Pops with something for everyone. Sunday, December 2nd at the Guam Museum. Presented by Strongbow and KUAM Communications.
Okay, boys and girls, it is the holiday shopping season, which means a lot of Guamanians are out. A lot of Guamanians are at the malls and the shops, which means a lot of Guamanians could be taken advantage of and get in some trouble. Sergeant Paul Tapao is here from Guam Crime Stoppers. Now, what are you guys seeing as far as crimes when people like are shopping? Because, you know, everybody feels good. It's supposed to be a time when, you know, goodwill towards man and all that and everything, but people have shopping bags open, you know, things are exposed, and nobody really intends to be a victim, but there are a lot of targets out.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're just creating an opportunity for the perpetrators or, you know, whoever wants to make you a victim. You're giving them that opportunity because they know for a fact that the holiday season is pretty much people become tunnel vision. They're not aware of their surroundings. They're not aware of what's going on around them. They just want to get to the store, purchase the items, and move on to the next available store that's going to offer that sell. So, you know, it really is, you're going to see a lot of opportunities that are going to present itself and things that you may take for granted that you can say, hey, you know what, I may better pay close attention to what I'm doing while out and about and shopping and stuff.
Now, people also, you know, I mean, it's no big secret. You go into the mall multiple times. You go in and you may go to Macy's and buy something for, you know, your grandma. You go back to another store. You get something for mom and dad. You make multiple trips back and forth to the car. You're stacking up all of these boxes and packages and then leaving your car. Most people don't want to carry around, like, you know, 14, 15 boxes. So if we're going to do that strategy, and it does work, how can we make sure that we're safe?
Well, first and foremost, you got to plan your route accordingly. You know where you're going to be going and know the available stops that you can make to drop off the so-called goods that you had purchased. And also, you know, again, we stress that don't leave your valuables exposed and invite the criminals to come in and take advantage of that opportunity. You know, planning your routes, knowing who you're buying for, what you're buying for in specific, and how you can actually conceal it. If you don't have time to come home or to go to a relative's home to drop off the gifts and everything, do your due diligence in securing it and putting it out of sight and out of mind. So that the criminals, all they're going to do is, because they know for a fact that the malls and the parking lots are going to be inundated with cars and foot traffic, that opportunity presents itself. That smash and grab technique is going to be very, very effective if that specific item is exposed. So do your due diligence in planning around and understanding what you're going to buy and the availabilities of homes in which you can actually store it at.
Okay, now I got another hypothetical situation. This is near and dear to your heart, because you're a big kid and you're really, really good with kids. Everybody loves Sergeant Tapao, right? How many times do people come up to you, you know, when you're in uniform, you maybe going to the mall, there's a little kid crying, she sees the blue uniform, the badge, the gun, she knows you're a superhero. She just tugs at, like, you know, your pants and, I lost my mommy. If there are kids right out there and they become separated, for kids that are watching, they become separated from their families, or parents that maybe, you know, misplaced their kids, what is the first thing they should do?
You should have taught your kids that in the beginning. You know, now it becomes the lost parent syndrome. It really isn't the lost child syndrome, it's the lost parent syndrome. And the way we do it at our home is we teach our kids, you know, where to go to, who to speak to. And you're right, if they come up to an authority figure, at least we know that a child has been taught properly about who do you go to in the event you're separated from your parent or in the event you need help. Understanding that uniform officers, people with that authority, they're your friends, they're your allies. So teach your kids, you know, plan, you know, monitor your kids at all times, because it's going to get crazy out there.
So when you said uniform, that also includes security guards, mall cops,
exactly.
people that work at the stores, the restaurants.
Absolutely. You can identify that as somebody that can help you. You teach your kids that. And it really does help them too in understanding how to go about it in the event you're lost. Stay in an area, go to somebody that you trust. Look for a uniformed personnel. Look for somebody who works there. Tell them who your name and your mom's name, and go through a process of how to identify, being able to identify your mom, being able to identify yourself while not giving too much information, and being able to identify keywords in the event you're separated, and we reconnect you to that person. And that keyword is, what's your favorite color, what's your name of your dog, or who's your stinkiest brother that you have, in that sort of way. So only two people will know that, and there's an understanding that that's my mom and this is my child.
Very nice. Okay, now there was a situation recently where a woman got held up at knife point, and I understand this is this week's Crime of the Week?
Yes, absolutely. This happened over at the Shop for Less store in Mongmong. So, pay attention to what had happened, because again, this is just testament of what can happen to you in the event you're caught off guard.
All right, here's the 411.
On Monday, November 19, at around 7:24 p.m., officers from the Hagåtña Precinct Command responded to Shop for Less in Maiti relative to an armed robbery that occurred. And according to the police report, the victim had exited the back side of the store and was approached by an unknown male wearing black pants, black long t-shirt, and a mask. The unknown male pointed a knife at the victim and demanded money. Fearful for her safety, the victim complied and handed the suspect her wallet, which contained cash. The male suspect was last seen running on Biang Street towards Roy T. Demian Street in Mongmong. As a result of the robbery, the victim was unharmed. Now, the Guam Crime Stoppers is reaching out to the community for their help. If you have any information about this case, please call the Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP or text 688-STOP. You can also visit our webpage at www.guam.crimestoppersweb.com or call the Guam Police Department at 475-8615 6 or 7. Guam Crime Stoppers wants to remind the public that we do not use caller ID and you do not have to leave your name. You can receive a cash reward of up to $1,000 if the information provided leads to the arrest and conviction for the person or persons responsible for this crime or any other crime.
Okay, Sarge, hopefully we're going to be able to catch that person, because that is not cool, like especially right around the holiday time.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody wants that, and it just happened right before the Thanksgiving season and everything. But again, be aware of your surroundings. That's the first thing that we're going to stress again, and it's going to be the last thing that we're going to continue to stress is be vigilant. Be cognizant of what's going on around you. If you see something, say something. If it doesn't look right, if it feels suspicious, it's going to be suspicious. Call a police officer. make note of it. Tell a security guard there's somebody walking around here. He looks kind of shady. Bring that attention to you, and what that does, it provides that awareness and empowers you to think outside of the box and how you're going to approach stuff. So really be aware of what's going on around you.
Okay.